Okay, so today our plan is to run a legacy deck test.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. You're just gonna start yours.
yeah,
Not even tell me we're
so,
starting.
do you, go ahead and
And then
start
we
yours,
get to
man.
the intro.
Fine, I'll do the intro all fucking over
Okay.
again.
Yeah, I see how you roll.
You up?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's get this freaking intro done again. God damn it. So, tonight we decided that we'd try out some more decks that we have no experience playing and are pretty terrible at. This is particularly true for tonight because it's Legacy, and neither of us play any bit of Legacy, and we're playing decks that neither of us have
I
ever piloted before.
I can honestly say I went to a Magic the Gathering Mothership article about a top eight and pulled my deck list from that because I honestly have no idea what Legacy looks like, and that seemed like a good place to start.
If it makes you feel better looking at your deck looks pretty standard for what it's trying to do.
Yeah, I went with a simple one. I went with a simple one.
Do you want to do your deck first? Since we're on
I
that?
have your deck loaded up.
Well, I have your deck loaded up.
But yeah, I can. I'll swap. I'll swap.
Awesome.
And cards are loading in slowly. Okay. Um. So yeah, this is a Eldrazi Winter deck. I didn't actually play during that horrible time, but I'm. This is what it pretty much looked like while I was looking at top eight results for that entire. What was it? Like a couple of month long period.
It was pretty brutal.
Eldrazi in modern and legacy and standard and everywhere. Um, Mainly because cards like this, Ancient Tomb, were printed, and City of Traders and Eldrazi Temple and I have Ugin. You haven't seen the theme yet. It's casting thing for generating 2 mana for your spells, which has been broken in the past.
I have Ugin in
And
particular is broken because it's a cost reduction effect, which is never in the history of
yeah,
Magic ever been broken at all.
no, no,
Let's
that's never been broken.
free spells have
Um,
never been broken in Magic.
uh, yeah, and since we're on the mana base, this deck is apparently also running only one Urborg. I remember the modern decks, and I believe Urborg was in standard at the time, but I don't think the decks ran it. But the modern decks at least ran 4 Urborg, with 4 Ivugin and 4 Eldrazi Temple, if my memory serves.
I know they ran 4 Eye of
So,
Ugin. I don't recall if they ran 4 Ouroborg. But the mana base in Legacy is a bit different because in this case
yeah.
you're fitting room for the Caracas to help offset the instant losses to like a turn 3 Emrakul or something. And you have
Mm-hmm.
Wastelands.
Yay, Wasteland. Um, so yeah, it looks like it's running Warping Whale, which was, I think, is another spell that we get to cast just by tapping one land. Um, it's running Dismember, which also Phyrexia mana, never been broken.
Cost reduction effects are never broken.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the creatures are Eldrazi Mimic, End Bringer as a singleton, Endless One, which can get pretty big since all of our lands are tapped for 2 mana, and Eye of Ugin reduces that cost, so I can. Yeah, it gets pretty big. General plan is play a giant Endless One and then play some Eldrazi Mimics for free, and
Other way around.
yeah,
Eldrazi
other
mimics
way
come
around.
first.
Okay, yeah. You want those attacking on the turn that they get big. So yes, Eldrazi Mimics go first. You can play a bunch of those. Turn 1, turn 2, play a giant endless.
if you want to understand why this deck was completely degenerate in Modern, it's because you could do really dumb shit like play Eye of Ugin turn 1, drop down 2 to 3 Eldrazi Mimics, and then play either Orborg or an Eldrazi Temple on turn 2, and be able to drop a Fault Knot Seer on turn 2, turn all of your Mimics into 4/4s, and swing for 8 or 12 damage while ripping a card from your opponent's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of degenerate on turn 2.
Yeah. So Matter Reshaper is also in here, and Reality Smasher for those reasons of being Eldrazi and being pretty good.
The real last thing to talk about this deck is all of the hate that is in it. There is a surprising amount of hate in it. I don't know if any, for those of you who don't play a lot of Legacy, a Chalice of the Void on 1 completely breaks anything anyone ever wants to do in Magic. Especially Legacy. So, oftentimes Hib's goal can sometimes, in certain matchups, be to just land an Ancient Tomb on turn 1 and play Chalice of the Void before the opponent even does anything. And the game can sometimes just be over from there because your opponent has no response at all. A lot of the burn decks can't beat it. A lot of the blue Delver-based decks can't beat it. It's really good. At the same time, you can tax them with Thorn of Amethyst. You do a lot of degenerate things with this deck.
Yep.
Oh, and you have 4x Wastelands to
Yeah,
completely wreck them.
To just remove some lands that I don't like.
I think that about covers your deck. Do you want to move on to mine?
You can do most of the stuff with 2 lands. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Load up my deck.
Just load it in nice and quick.
So, my deck is I'm calling it Leovold control for the purposes of this video to get more hits, but it's just a Sultai control deck. The idea of the deck is pretty much the same as most Sultai control decks in Legacy. We're going to out-resource our opponent to death, and it's going to be painful how much we out-resource them. A typical Sultai control deck was Shardless Sultai, which would play Shardless Agent and try to roll into an Ancestral Visions, which is, yay, magical fantasy land. It's the ultimate magical fantasy land. While at the same time, you could also Shardless Agent into a Hymn to Torok and rip out a bunch of cards in their hand, and you were just getting resources and they were losing resources. You were never really playing the one-for-one game where you were just playing cards to defeat their cards. Your cards always got you more cards than your opponent. So this deck tends to be very grindy. We play cards like Baleful Strix, which can trade out and which is basically a 2-for-1. It draws us a card and gets rid of one of their cards. Deathrite Shaman, the grindiest card in the history of Magic. It literally is just a meat grinder grinding people to death. And an actual card that can kill things in Termagoyf. And also, the namesake, Leovold. So the idea of running Leovold over Shardless Agent is that Leovold does a hell of a lot more in a game. It's not as subject as randomness. He punishes blue decks infinitely more than Shardless Agent. Against the blue deck, Leovold is just complete mercy. You can't resolve brainstorms. Ponders can't be resolved effectively anymore. You can't use Sensei's Divining Top to draw a card on your turn. It really slows down the game. Not to mention the fact he protects our own creatures by getting us cards back when our opponents try to destroy them. Okay, moving on to the other card suite, 4x Abrupt Decay. That's our primary removal spell. It's one of the best removal spells in Legacy. It defeats almost everything. And we'll get to everything it doesn't defeat once I describe how I expect this matchup to go. Brainstorm, Force of Wills. The mana base is pretty standard. A pretty standard Sultai set plus 3 Wastelands. We have some Jace Mind Sculptors and Liliana the Veils for, we get cards, you don't get cards. Hymn to Torok for you lose a lot of cards. Maelstrom Pulse is mostly for tokens and everything Abrupt Decay doesn't kill. And Ponder is an interesting card. The deck list I used as a base, if I recall correctly, ran 2 Ponders and 2 Painful Truths. Now, I like my Painful Truths when they were Treasure Cruises and cost 1 mana and got me infinite cards. So, yeah, not a big fan of Painful Truths because it costs 3 mana, I take damage off it, it's a sorcery. I kind of would rather just have the Ponders, plus I can pitch the Ponders to Force of Will. So that's pretty much the deck. I kind of want to go into a minute what I expect this matchup to look like. It's a little tough to say. We're both really grindy decks. But the difference is James's deck here can completely just roll over me before I'm prepared to do anything. Probably the most important card in the matchup is, ironically, Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay is important because it is the only way to stop Chalice of the Void. If Chalice of the Void resolves on 1, I can't play Deathrite Shaman, I can't play Brainstorms, I can't play Ponders. I can't draw cards anymore is what I'm getting at here. It becomes really hard for me to draw cards and out-resource him. At the same time, if he plays it on 2, now I can't resolve any card in my deck. I can't play Hymn to Torak. I can't play Baleful Strix. I can't play Termagoyf. This is where Abrupt Decay becomes important, because I can still play Abrupt Decay. It won't be countered. So, Abrupt Decay is important. But at the same time, Abrupt Decay doesn't kill any of his creatures. Abrupt Decay only kills Eldrazi Mimic, and nothing else. Unless you want to count, what's the 3-mana one? That gets you back a card.
A Matter Reshaper.
Matter Reshaper. Yeah, not efficient to be using Abrupt Decay to kill a Matter Reshaper. So while it doesn't have while Abrupt Decay doesn't have a lot of targets, the targets it does have are very important for me to kill. Do you have any other major insights here? Oh, besides the fact Leovold is kind of useless because he's not blue and doesn't draw cards. So I'm mostly just using him to stop Dismembers from blowing out my creatures.
He is blue. He's
What do you mean?
Sultai Lord. He's blue.
No, I mean he's not. You're not a blue deck, is what I'm saying. Because you're not a blue deck, you're not playing Brainstorms, okay. You're not playing Ponders, so I'm not getting value off his first words. I'm getting more value off the fact that I'm defended against Dismembers.
Yeah.
But he's really just a liability in this matchup, actually. Unfortunately, I think. Do you have anything else?
He'll be sideboarded out.
Yeah, he will definitely be sideboarded out.
Damn. Nope.
You think I nailed it?
Looks pretty, yeah. Did you, well, 4 Planeswalkers. Yeah, did you ever think about running Delver? Or didn't even cross your mind?
So the Delver version turns the deck into more of an aggressive version. As the first thing you said there, the Planeswalkers would all have to go. You can play Sultai Delver, but the deck doesn't quite look exactly like this. Leovold's probably not as useful in that deck. The Planeswalkers aren't as useful. Maelstrom Pulse is probably a little too expensive to play. You can do it, but the deck becomes more discard-oriented, I think. You end up playing more Thoughtseizes, more Inquisitions, and less of the more mid-rangey threats like Leovold and Planeswalkers. So yeah, you probably could, but then I wouldn't be playing Leovold, which is the entire point of this.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, I guess we're good to go.
I load my deck, and then we can start. Whoop.
Alright, and this time I'm gonna remember to change my records. Oh, you stupid thing. You didn't edit that right. That goes there. And that goes there. Okay. Now I can mulligan and look at my hand. After we roll a die, obviously.
Yep. Yay!
Yay, I'm going first. This hand is a one-lander with no spells I can play off one land. Oh, Jesus, just control M, James.
Nah, I wanna
Alright,
you.
I have to mulligan. One-lander with no cards I can play. This is actually a pretty decent hand. That I can keep this.
I'm gonna go ahead, and I probably don't have to mulligan here.
The one thing about Eldrazi that I recall from Modern, you can be very stupid in your aggressive mulliganing. You can mulligan really hard to get the pieces you need.
Ooh.
Because the pieces you need blow people
I
out.
kind of made my hand worse. So, alright.
Alright. I'm going to take my scry.
I really do not want to go down
Yeah, you shouldn't go down to 4.
to a 4.
If you've got a playable hand at 5, you should probably keep it.
Yeah, I'll keep it here.
Alright, I'm going to take my mull. I think that can stay on top because I have this. So I can play this.
I'm going to scry as well.
Alright, I'm going to keep that on top.
I think we need to put that on the bottom. Okay. Alright.
Alright. I'm going to play a Misty Rainforest and pass.
Okay. That's not great. Play Eldrazi Temple. Had to play a Thorn. I assume that resolves.
You can't play Thorn off Eldrazi Temple because it only drops Eldrazi spells, which Thorn is not. You can only get one mana to cast. Again, not much experience in playing.
There's going to be a lot of those, by the way. Yeah. Then I'll just pass.
Come on, wake up. So I could play this, but there's no real reason to. I kind of just want to start getting rid of shit here. So we're gonna play Underground Sea, fetch. Come on, deck. Give me my cards. Think I take probably another Underground Sea. I'll take a Bayou.
All the colors.
Tap both and cast him to Torok. So the best way to resolve this is to, yeah, the best way to do this is to probably to play all your cards face down, and then we can just roll 2 die. Just roll dice from there.
Oh, it's gonna. Okay. Really thought it would do.
Alright, middle card. And second card. Alright, those get discarded, rest go back to your hand.
That works the way I want it to.
And pass.
Okay. Oh, playing Ancient Tomb. Tap those for Thought Knots here.
Alright, you take 2 damage off Ancient Tomb. Alright, trigger. Separate these out.
Okay. I'll get rid of Abrupt Decay there.
Exiles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think you get to draw a card when it leaves the battlefield. Yay!
Okay.
Alright. Last turn.
Actually, since you saw those cards, I'll actually just leave them out so you can remember them.
Alright, that works.
Keep things easy. I'm going to cast Ponder.
Ponder it up.
Well, actually, I'm going to play the land first, and then I'll play Ponder.
Sure.
Never know who might be carrying Spell Pierce in a deck that's tapped out. Ooh. I think I really want this. I kind of like having both.
Very
My plan is
interesting when a ponder is resolving.
My plan is to resolve this card, so I'm going to put this on top. No, put this on second, because I want to draw that turn and then cast it. Which means I'd probably like to have this. I don't need this now because I'm not drawing it, so... Okay, so we'll put this first. This second. And we'll draw this. Alright. And I draw a card. And I'll cast Baleful Strix.
Your Strix.
Yeah, it was in place though.
Alright.
Baleful Strix resolves, I draw a card. Pass to you.
Maybe then.
I actually misordered that. I wanted this to be the third card, the way that all worked out. But it's fine.
Attacks?
I'll block.
Okay.
Alright. They both die.
Yep.
And I draw a card.
You draw a card. Alright.
Thought Not Seer!
Thought Not Seer.
Resolves. Pretty sure I know what you take.
Hey. Yeah. I think I'll grab Lily. Or do you grab Death? Right. I would think Lily, but...
I would think Lily.
Okay. Alright then. Pass.
We're going to have to keep this up now, because I think I have to play that. Alright, we'll go ahead and drop the Misty Rainforest.
Okay.
I'll play Deathrite Shaman.
In attack mode.
And I'll play Termagoyf. So,
Okay.
if my math is right, Termagoyf is a 5/6.
You got land and creatures, and you got land, sorcery, artifact.
Land, creature, sorcery, artifact. Oh, my bad. He's only a 4/5. Yeah, he's only 4/5, I think.
Solve your planeswalker there.
It's fine. He's as big as I wanted him to be.
Yeah. Works.
And I'll pass.
Alright.
I got the graveyards open so I can keep track. Hopefully correctly. Yeah, because it does sort by type, so I can keep track, yeah.
Ooh, that's rough. Play another Ancient Tomb. Ouch. I'll play a Reality Smasher.
Smash and face every day.
Alright. He's gonna smash face, not the thought nuts here. Don't be ridiculous.
I might be able to take the 5 now. Because I can double block. I can double block and you'll probably leave me with the death, right? But I think it's better just to wait out and see if I can get Goyf up to a 5/6. Yeah, I'll take the 5.
Okay. That makes wounds. Last turn.
There's not much advantage of playing Leovold here. Well, actually, maybe there is. Yeah. Actually, that's probably a good option. I'll cast Leovold
Okay.
and pass.
Maybe all on top.
It takes a second sometimes.
It's a bit late. I'll get in there with Reality Smash.
I'll block with Goyf and Leovold.
Alright. I'll kill the Goyf.
Alright.
Probably the more valuable thing here. So now, play... Care about that. I think I'll take 2 and play a Thorn of Amethyst.
Resolves.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
End of turn, I'm going to fetch.
Okay.
I'll exile your Cavern of Souls with Deathrite Shaman. Tap the green to Abrupt Decay Thorn of Amethyst. Oh, they cost 1 more to play. I thought it was counter. That doesn't work. Alright, it's still fine. I'll just kill it next turn. I brought the K-Thorn Amethyst.
Okay. It's destroyed, right?
Yeah, it's destroyed. Pass to you.
Okay.
Oh, I missed a gangster play. I could have abrupt decayed my own Deathrite Shaman to get an instant in the graveyard to beat out that Reality Smasher. That would have been baller.
You could have done that. Oh, what to do? Don't really want to put that out because, ouch.
Yeah, you're stuck on the awkward double Ancient Tomb mana base right now. That's a little awkward. You'd rather have Ivugans and Eldrazi Temples.
Yeah. Let's use 2 Decays. Doesn't really. Attack and double block and keep 1, which is not great. So I think the thing to do here is it nothing? No, I think we're gonna go ahead and play Chalice of the Void.
On 1?
Question is, do I want it?
On
Do I
or
want
2?
It for 1? Do I want it for 2? I think at this stage in the game, probably 1 is going to be better.
Alright. Just put a... Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Yep.
End of your turn.
No
I'm
attacks.
going to exile Ponder and drain you for 2.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
Oh man. We'd have slow play warnings at the wazoo. Yeah, YOLO. Slow this down.
Oh, am I being YOLO'd to death? This isn't good.
I mean,
We're getting
what
there.
else do you do with an Eldrazi Mimic?
Fine.
Now, yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this, but I think I have to attack to try and bait the Deathrite Shaman block, so I stop getting drained to death, or just deal 4 damage. I don't really care at this point. The crackback option is he just does 5 to me. Probably. Actually, no. I don't think we.
Yeah, I don't think you want to attack there. I'm trying
to
to work the math here. I don't think you actually want to attack there.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to just stay back and let you dink me to death until I have an answer.
Yeah, end of turn. I'll exile him to Torak, drain you for 2.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, because I think you could actually block with Deathrite and Leovold and drain me at the same time. Or just let it happen, drain me, and then swing in for damage. I don't know, that just seemed like a really bad attack there.
No, I'm gonna play Verdant Catacombs. Tap out for a Jace.
Makes sense. You just send something back to my hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna unsummon your Thought-Knot Seer. I draw a card.
probably swing in with Leovold.
And I'll attack with Leovold. Then you have to
I
block.
have to block, so I don't die.
And then I'll pass to you.
Okay. That doesn't help. Yeah, let's just move on.
We done? Alright. I think what happened that game, your hand was a lot slower
not.
than you expected it to be.
I did not have a good opening hand.
You did start out well with the double fault knot series. I was like, double fault knots are iffy, but you had to trade it in.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So are we playing?
Yeah. Sideboards.
Game.
Yeah, unlock sideboard. I'll go ahead and talk my sideboard
these
first.
will definitely be helpful.
We want to talk up our sideboard game or not?
Okay. These will definitely be. Do you want to talk about it in the second game, or are you trying to just discuss like what you think you should bring in?
Well, I don't have your deck open, so I think what we'll do is we'll just describe it in game when we draw the cards.
Okay. I mean, yeah, basically. Planeswalker. This can help. Pretty sure that's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only question is, do I want to bring this up?
Probably help.
I think both of these prove their worth in this game.
Let's try that. Do we want all three? Yeah, I think I want that pretty much all the time.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's pretty interesting. Don't think we I'll take out one of these. I think this does less for us. It's almost never relevant, but I think it is relevant on like a turn 2. Crazy. One of these guys. I don't think you can turn 1 many things that are really good with that though. I mean, yeah, but why do you care? In fact, I'm going to take out most of those because I think they're kind of not that great. Oh, one of these. I think 2 of these and we should be good. Okay. I like to go first, please.
Okay.
I think this is more what we're talking about.
I can keep 2.
Play these 2. So it might be worth a mulligan. But I think turn 2 that is just really good. So we're gonna keep this. Alright. Can I have priority or do you not care? It's gonna be over there.
I don't really care. But there you go. Temple Mimic. There you go. There you go, bro. You got it.
Alright. All played during the untap step. As it should be. You like how I read the card and knew that I could actually do that?
Shut up, James.
Happens when you read cards, kids.
Misty Rainforest. I will fetch up a Bayou.
Someone's got Deathrite Shaman.
And Deathrite Shaman. Pass to you.
Alright. On top. Upkeep. Draw. Do we use that now? Or do we not care? I don't think we care right now because it's more important to just see what he has. I'm just going to lay down an Eye of Ugin. tap an Eldrazi Temple and throw down a Thought-Knot Seer.
I hate this deck. It's so dumb.
That's, yeah. Eldrazi Mimic becomes a 4/4, I believe. Let's see here. Got some stuff here. Yeah, I think Dismember is probably. Well, what do you think? It seems to be between Baleful Strix and Dismember to me.
Well,
I'm not too worried about Deathrite Shamans.
I think it's the Baleful Strix because I'll get more
Yeah.
value off the Baleful Strix, and if you make me Dismember, I'm probably gonna have to take some life damage here. Either way, this Thought-Knot Seer is not long for life.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking probably, yeah.
And also, if you get rid of the Baleful Strix, it doesn't count as an artifact and a creature for Goyf later. So I think it's the Baleful Strix, but taking Dismember probably isn't bad either. It's definitely one of those two.
I mean, yeah. That's what I was between. And so we're just gonna whack in here with our 4/4.
I'm gonna go ahead and take 4.
That's right. Yeah.
Game.
Right,
You doing your things.
pass it up. Oh. Why isn't Tribal a thing?
The question is, how many resources do I want to expend this turn? It's probably... I don't really want to play this because I have this and this. Might be able to get out of it with this. So I think the answer is probably just to take 3 damage this turn. Yeah. I'll play the Misty Rainforest. I'll take 1 to fetch. Do I have islands? Please tell me. I would think this deck plays islands. Oh, it doesn't. Whoa, that's weird.
Ruh-roh.
I'd take Underground Sea then. Yeah, the reason I'd want to take an island here is so you can't cut me off a blue source with a wasteland, because that would be bad. We don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Why would I draw a wasteland? Why would I have a wasteland?
That's no bueno.
Are you sure? You don't want me to do that for you?
I'm going.
Tap your ponder.
I'm gonna. Damn it.
Black ponder.
Okay.
This deck is annoying on all the levels.
You top 3. You go on top.
Snap go on top. That's
Snap top. Draw a card.
Alright. So I'm pretty sure this is not getting another attack in. Oh!
We'll get rid of the
Okay.
Misty.
Depending on what
And play Baleful Strix and draw a card.
Never mind. I don't think he'll get another attack in.
Someone does not think they are attacking. And I'll pass to you.
Well, you could try it. I'm not actually super sad about that.
Worst case scenario is he draws that damn Warp Whale thing, which he can't actually cast with his mana base. Which he can't actually cast with his mana base now that I look at it.
Unfortunately.
You can Dismember though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually want to do that though.
I don't actually have any of those, just to let you know, a little FYI. But I do have another Thought-Knot.
Oh my god.
That's something that can happen. And unfortunately, that's pretty much my best move. Yeah, I think I'll just get rid of that Dismember. I think that's the play here. And then since we got rid of the Dismember, I think our play is just to get in there with the 4th. Nick.
Oh, god damn
Trade that Bale for 6 with a 2-1.
it. Yeah, I just have to take 4 again.
Yeah, I think that's the play, so that we don't lose a thought not seers. We can pass.
We're gonna do an upkeep brainstorm.
I'm noticing. Okay.
So I draw 3. 1,
Tasty.
2, 3. And we're gonna put 2 cards on top of our deck here. I guess we put this on top and this on top.
So that's one of the downsides. I think when you play Brainstorm, you should probably pick up all your cards. And then...
Yeah, but you still know I have... Yeah, I probably should pick them both up. Yeah, I think I was supposed to pick them both up there by our house rules.
All 3, yeah. Because that's mainly for me to remember, but, like, that gave me some information that I probably shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, draw a card for turn. I'm going to play the forest.
Okay, somebody has a brainstorm left. That I know about. Really, I think another one of these, or something that lets us play this, is probably gonna put us in a really good position.
And then we'll pass turn.
Let's draw. Okay, that doesn't help us at all.
Is it the 3rd Thought Not Seer?
No. If it was, I would say that's helping us. So yeah, I think honestly, if Mimic trades with either of these creatures, I'm going to be very, very happy. So for combat, I think we're just going to attack with Eldrazi Mimic and probably deal 2 damage to him. I could get in there with all 3. Do you think it would be better to get in there with all 3?
I mean, you know I'm going...
I don't know if I want
That's
to.
a lot of damage.
Yeah,
it might be... If you're on the aggro plan, it's probably wise to just hit me with all 3.
Just let you get 1 and the card and deal my 6. I think that's probably the best play that I have.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do here is I'm going to Abrupt Decay out the Mimic.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really have other options there, and I'll trade and take 4.
Okay, so you'll trade 1 Thought Not Seer.
Yeah. And draw a card.
And notice how these 2 lands, my mana base is really hindering currently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to have to pass. Clean up my side a little bit.
What do I have in my graveyard here? Eh. Yeah, because I have to play this, and I want to still be able to drain. Draw for turn. Oh, psh, lucky me.
Want the other card you put on top of your deck?
No, you've drawn me through all of my cards I put on top of it. I drew through that like 2 turns ago. The turn I played it.
Huh, yeah.
All the dumb shit we've been doing. I'll play Underground Sea. Tap, tap. Baleful Strix. Draw a card.
Another Baleful Strix. It's unfortunate. We really need some of this action going on. I mean, this doesn't really help. Because it's just gonna... Well, it is... I mean, it kind of helps.
And then I think I'll play a Goyf, who comes in as a 5/6.
Yeah, you have artifact, creature, instant, and sorcery.
Yeah, I have 5 on my own, and you only have creature.
Yeah. Alright, so this no longer helps us. This really doesn't really help us at all. We could have played it. Probably could have helped us. Not really.
And I'll attack you for 1.
I'll take that.
And pass to you.
1 damage. Okay.
Gotta get in when we can.
Hey, that came a bit late.
Ancient Tomb.
So yeah, I can no longer really play this. Doesn't really help. I could play this on here, but I'm not really worried about it, to be honest.
The dangerous part of this point of the game is James hasn't been able to play cards because he doesn't have the mana base to support the cards he has. So if he somehow explodes on like Eldrazi Mimics, Thought Not Seers, or is able to get out the 5/5 Trampler, and somehow is able to deal with my Goyf, he could very well kill me. But he needs to get multiple answers here. My low life total is not very good for me right now. If he finds answers to get by my stuff.
Pretty low. Yeah, I could play this now, but there's not really anything I'm worried about. What's really distressing to me is I can't even crack this wasteland to just get rid of one of these or this. Probably one of these.
Yeah, the wasteland's a turn late because it can't cut me off blue.
Yeah. That would have been much better. Actually, it's more than a turn late. It would have been much better like ages ago.
Now that's a back-breaking draw.
That's unfortunate.
Liliana.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna start sacrifice.
-2.
And draw a card, I guess. So this might have been a good play in hindsight.
Since I drew this, I'm not too much afraid of very much in this game anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack you for 6.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And end my turn.
Untap. No, that does not help us now. I really needed some land. So I can slam this down, he's just gonna block. Slam it down and not attack with it, but then, I mean, that buys me 1 turn, I guess. Still probably attack it with those. I guess at this point we don't really care. He could have a Dismember in hand. So that would be... put him on 2. I don't really have a way to deal direct damage to the face, so... yeah, I guess we'll see if he has that Dismember. Play the Reality Smasher. And then, oh, you have a response.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't let you, like, just attack me and take damage off that since that has haste. So I'm going to go ahead and Force of Will it, pitching Brainstorm.
Yeah, I think that probably ends the game. Yeah, I don't want to play through that.
Okay. Do we want to just... You want to play the third game for posterity?
Sure. You want to play sideboarded or unsideboarded?
Oh, let's do it with sideboard.
Okay.
Alright.
I think after seeing that game, I'm gonna value this less and actually this more. Because that can help us deal with some stuff. So yeah, I think one of those is good. I mean, we can't exactly play that ever. Specifically in there to deal with something. We could try this, but I'm having problems playing things that don't have the Eldrazi super type. And I think for that game I'm going to value this a bit higher. I'm going to take out one of these and just run a 3 and 3. I kind of want to take this out for something.
This matchup turned out to be much more interesting than I thought it would be, and revolves around me drawing way too many cards.
I will go first again. Unless, actually, we should probably just roll some dice.
Nah.
You know, alright.
You go first.
Okay.
What do you think of your hand?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting hand. It's not very explosive, but we get to do that very early.
Well, while you're thinking...
We might draw out the Abrupt Decay to protect these.
Well, while he's thinking, my hand itself is also a little awkward. It's something that I could keep, probably shouldn't, but I think I'm going to keep anyway because it can draw its way out and has a lot of toolsy cards. So I think I'll go ahead and keep mine.
Yeah, I think we're going to mulligan because that's our hand.
On another day, this would be an aggressive mulligan on the hand I have.
Alright.
Don't forget to take your scry.
I think this is a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one and do my scry. Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how much life we want to be losing to that, so I'm gonna move that to the bottom. Alright. So I don't have priority, but I'm gonna play anyway. Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday!
3 to a mana pool and play out the Thorn Amethyst.
Well, that hurts my plans.
Sure.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah.
I was really hyped for that turn 1 Ponder play. Now I just have to turn around and Deathrite Shaman and pass.
Alright. Let's draw. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. If we play this, we can't really do anything. This, I can have that on the board, which I think on curve is probably going to be good. I'm going to play an Eldrazi Temple. Tap these two to damage, and I'll play an endless one.
4/4 endless one.
Yeah. I'm gonna play with 4 counters on it.
Yeah, don't worry about the power and toughness. Just keep the counters on it. We know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And then next turn I get to be on curve with this and finish out the hyper aggressive. Let's see if he can come back from it plan.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. That was not worst case scenario, but it was pretty close. I'm going to fetch up. The question is, what do I fetch up here? I think I just have to take the bio. It's not great, but that's all I got. Play Baleful Strix, draw a card, and pass.
Okay. Let's see what we draw here. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I think the Baleful Strix kind of hurt us with the plan we had going.
Doesn't Baleful Strix just ruin every plan anyone ever has?
Yeah, it really rustles my ginnies. Okay. Yeah, it kind of makes it so that we can't attack.
Oh, I'll play on the aggro plan, man. Smash me in the face. Do it.
I mean, I could do that. But then my next play is not great. I think our plan is to play Cavern of Souls.
Assuming you are naming Eldrazi.
Eldrazi, yes. Here, hold on. There we go. So here's the deal. We could do this, but it's gonna feel really bad. Like, really bad. And we're gonna go down to very interesting numbers. I think the play here is just to attack with our endless one and see what happens.
That's an interesting play.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it. I think... Like, I don't want you to get too much momentum up, but I think throwing that away is kind of useless.
If you're debating about the 5 mana
Here's
one,
if
if you've got the 5 mana one, I'd probably just jam it in there and get the damage in, because I have to block the 5 damage.
You think so?
I have to block the 5 damage.
Alright, we'll try it.
Like
We'll try it.
I can trade with
He's
the endless
telling us
one.
to do it, so he probably doesn't have the. I guess we'll go full aggro plan.
Like, the thing with this play is I can block the endless one and take 4 less damage, but I have more ways to kill the endless one than I do the reality smasher. So yeah,
so you have to take pretty much 8 here, or give up your death rage.
Like, if I use a dismember to kill reality smasher, that's just
right.
bad.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and trade with the reality smasher, so I take 7 or 8.
Okay. 8. Yeah.
Oop, that was 2, 3. A little too much damage there, David.
It was a bit much.
Alright, that was a good turn for him. And a not so good turn for us. Get this set up.
That Baleful Strix, though. Gotta love a good Baleful
My
Strix.
BFF. It was actually not a bad draw. Actually, it was kind of... It's okay. I can work with it, is what I'm saying. I think I do have to play it, though. Yeah. I think I can kind of save myself from a mess by playing like that. And that'll get up to... 2, 3... Yeah. Okay. Polluted Delta. Tap 2 to ponder.
Yuck.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem with all of these cards is he has Thorn of Amethyst in play. So I think we're just going to shuffle this all back. I can't use any of these cards effectively. Yeah, so we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to draw. Then we're going to go ahead and fetch. We are going to get a basic source of mana right now, preferably a swamp. I'll tap the swamp and Deathrite Shaman, exile the Verdant Catacombs to play Termagoyf, who is a 4/4.
Okay.
Or 4/5.
Sure.
And it's your go. Now, all of this is blown out if he has a Dismember. But that was my best play to keep me from taking damage to this endless one. Was to get out a big enough Goyf to block it.
Yeah, we're gonna play Eye of Ugin.
Ooh.
And then we definitely Dismember here.
Ah, damn it.
I mean, that just makes sense.
Alright. You killed it good. You killed it good, son.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna attack with end this one.
Oh, wait, actually,
Oop, go back.
it survives. It will survive that.
How?
Because Dismember will go in the graveyard and add instant, so he will be a 5/6.
Does this... Oh, I thought you had instant. Oh, Ponder's a sorcery.
Yeah, that actually does not work.
Okay. Yep.
Now, what you could do, which would make more sense, would be to attack.
Attack into it.
Attack into it. In which case, I'm like, well, I know you got the Dismember, but just going to have to take it up the ass. I'm going to block.
Okay, then I guess I'll Dismember that.
Yeah, because I can't
Then
take the
we
4
trade
damage
in
there.
things.
No, you don't trade. You survive. Because I won't have enough power.
What do you mean?
You Dismember in combat.
It was a 4/5. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
I'm good at this magic thing. I caught the fact Dismember didn't kill my Goyf. As someone who never plays with Goyf, I caught that. And you drop the Matter Reshaper for the awesome amount of 1 mana.
Yep. I paid the 2 for it, so. Mana Baron is gonna get me.
So this game went sideways fast there with that Dismember play. In case no one noticed.
The Dismember's a good card. In case no one noticed.
The good news is...
It's interesting playing against Tarmogoyf.
I'm sitting on more Goyfs.
More Goyfs, always good.
And this one is a 5/6.
Let's just draw another Dismember.
Dismember off the top?
Right?
It's a good card.
Yeah.
I think my safest option is also to play another Termagoyf.
We're just gonna multiple Tarmogoyfs here.
Yeah, I think that's my best option in this particular situation, because if he finds a way to deal with my Goyf, then I'm going to take way more damage than I feel like taking. So we're just going to pass.
Okay. I'm going to believe in the heart of the cards right now. That doesn't really pay off. So, yeah. The problem with this is I'm staring down the barrel of a loaded gun. With, 2 5/6s that he put out for 4 mana. I can defensively play this. Which he might be comfortable just sitting back and pinging with Deathrite Shaman. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
You smashing them's realities.
Yeah. Actually, if I'm playing this defensively, do you think I should have gotten in there with Matter Reshaper to see what I drew?
I don't know, because if you can find a way around my blockers, you can threaten lethal. Yeah. I'm honestly not sure there.
It's probably just better just to keep him back as a blocker.
Yeah, because I don't know what you could get off. I don't know what drawing gets you.
Well, I added 3 cards to my deck that I would very much like to see, because I think it might help.
I'm gonna ponder. Oh, that's just excellent.
That I could get rid of.
This on top.
This and this, or this and this. That would go down by this many.
Since he has no cards in hand, typically I would not do this play, but, well, actually that doesn't really get me anywhere. I think actually that's fine. It's this that isn't. Which one of these is the one I want to get rid of? I think that one. Yeah. I'm going to wasteland out your Cavern of Souls.
Every party needs a pooper. Today, that's why we invited you.
I can't attack. Crackback will kill me, and I don't kill him. So, pass. Even attacking with just 1, too much damage. But now I can set up Deathrite Dinks.
Particularly helpful. Yay, Deathrite Dinks. I think we need to keep this to trade. The problem is he can remove both of these pretty easily. He just needs to draw the right card. My main concern are these, and really I think if we were able to draw this, that would be the best, but this does not help us unless we're trying to suicide. Valid strategy in Magic is the old suicide play. Yeah, we definitely don't want to attack with Matter Reshaper because, I mean, yeah, he might block and yeah, we might draw a card, but then he's gonna attack back with 2 Tarmogoyfs, and
you also have to think about how valuable that draw really is in this situation, and what are the odds that you're going to get something worthwhile.
Right. Not very high. So I think we're just going to pass.
Now, if you had another Dismember, that plays a little different.
Oh yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, I would remove some stuff.
Yeah, if you had another Dismember, attacking with everything probably makes the most sense there.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, maybe not everything.
Ugh. No, I don't think so. I would lose 6 to play that. Because you removed my cavern, which really...
What you if you have the Dismember, I'd attack with Endless One and Reality Smasher. Or Matter Reshaper and Reality Smasher. And whatever I block Reality Smasher with, you Dismember.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you don't actually have the Dismember and don't want to do that because you don't have it.
Yeah, that's why it's your turn.
Okay. End of turn, I'm going to exile a Ponder and drain you for 2.
Okay. Are there 2 sorceries in there?
Yes.
I guess you have another Ponder.
I'm being very careful here.
Good. Good. I wouldn't want you to not have a Ponder, my friend. That would be just dreadful.
See, I can really kind of attack with Goyf and start whittling down his creatures, but I don't know what that does for me here. In fact, it probably makes my board position even worse, and I'm better off just kind of doing the Deathrite beatdowns. Baleful Strix.
We're kind of in a position here.
And I think to...
He managed to weather the storm of Eldrazi, and I didn't get a thought knots here. All game.
Nah, let's not do that. Let's hold back that land and pass.
Okay. That doesn't help me, game. It really doesn't help me. I mean, he's gonna start doing like 3 damage each turn, and that's gonna start hurting.
I don't know, I'd probably still go with the Wasteland. There's so many lands in the graveyard, it doesn't matter anymore. Just Wasteland out the blue source. Unless you need the mana.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe if I draw Dismember, but at this life total it doesn't matter at all, so yeah, I'm gonna just grab that Underground Sea. Get that out of there. And then do nothing.
End of turn. Get rid of... I think I have to get rid of your Dismember. Yeah, your Dismember. Exile your Dismember.
Okay.
My Goyfs actually go down there.
Yeah.
So they become 4/6s. I'm not going to mark because they're going to go back up.
Fair enough.
I'm going to Underground Sea and Brainstorm.
Again, I'm pretty sure I put 3 of these just in here. So really, that would be helpful.
Dink you for 1. Get untapped.
Okay.
And play another Deathrite Shaman.
Makes sense.
And pass.
Alright. Let's draw the game-winning card. I don't think that wins us the game. Good news is we can play it. Bad news is we can't really do anything with it.
Death by Deathrite Shaman grinding.
Yeah, basically. That brings us down to 5, which is too low, because then you could just soar over with the Baleful Strix and activate Deathrite 2 times. But yeah. Connect her twice. and we wouldn't be able to do anything with that. So I think we just have to sit here doing nothing again.
Alright.
Yeah. 2?
Yeah, 2. It's Brainstorm, right?
Brainstorm?
I don't think it's Brainstorm. I think it's Ponder.
They go
here.
down to 4 5.
No. It's definitely Brainstorm.
Ponder.
That's right. It's Brainstorm. And both of these go down to 4 5.
They go down to 4 5.
Untap. Draw.
Yeah, actually, I think he wins here.
The only issue is I have to have another instant or sorcery to win here. So I have Baleful Strix to draw a card. I think I can actually just still win anyway.
Yeah, you have lethal.
Get you down to 3. I actually don't have lethal.
What do you mean? Do you not have enough instances or sorceries?
Yeah, I don't.
No,
I don't have
I
enough
don't.
instants or sorceries. I don't think there's anything I can
I'm
do
in
to get
one
more.
turn.
But I might still have a way around that, even so.
Okay.
I just have to make sure I figure out how I do this. I play this. That goes block.
I gotta say, I don't see winning from this position.
No, you probably don't. But I can eliminate a bunch of your board with this play, which is why I think it makes the most sense. Tap both the Death Rights
Beat after this.
to get rid of Wasteland, Underground Sea, tap out, play Jace, unsummon the Reality Smasher. Even though he has haste, which is a bit awkward. Actually, wait, I have to check that. Can you put him back in play? I don't know if I can target him without letting that get countered or whatever. Comes target as a spell. Oh, never mind. It's on the back hand. And then I can attack with both the Goyfs. And force you to block up both.
Yeah. I mean, you could have attacked with the Baleful Strix and really...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to attack with 1 Baleful Strix. Keep 1 back.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll have to block with both. But Matter Reshaper lets me look at the top of my library.
3 mana or less, you can put it into play.
And... I don't think I have to reveal it either. No, I do. The Thought Not Seer. Yay.
Yeah.
Alright. So I take 1, which means I'm dead to these 2 Death Red Shamans untapping, but let's see what I draw. Maybe? I'm okay, I don't think... Are you done?
Oh, sorry. I'll play a Tropical Island.
Alright. We don't have anything.
Alright.
So I did get 3 of these here that I was looking for.
Alright, I unexpectedly 3-0'd that. I didn't honestly think it would go like that. But I guess what it came down to is Tormagoy's pretty good card.
I think it came down to Termagoyf, and also this mana base is really odd, and I'm not sure how to play with it.
I think you probably could have been way more aggressive on your mulligans. And I think another part of the problem is you didn't get your Chalice for the Voids going. The Chalice of the Voids were never online for you, which really shut my deck down. A Chalice on 2, a Chalice on 1, and it's just like I can't resolve cards anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm very much surprised how well
Look at
this
my
deck
sideboard
worked.
and base palm, but I did take 2 Chalices out because that in the first game, and I never saw them.
Yeah, you probably should have kept the chalices. I could understand getting rid of the amethyst, but the chalices probably should have
I went
stayed.
down. I went down 2 amethyst, and I went down 2 chalices to bring in some 1 dismember, 2 warping whales, and a pithing needle.
Pithing needle.
And then I also took out a.
Oh, pithing needle makes sense, actually.
You have planeswalkers in
Yeah,
1 mana.
pithing needle makes sense. I was like, pithing needle, but I'm like, wait, that does make sense. That was fine. The problem with pithing needle is pithing needle is not.
Ran
Yeah.
an odd card to me. It's called Fairy Macabre.
I have to look up that card. Let me load up that deck, because I saw that and I was like, I have no idea what that card does, and I'm not even going to waste my time looking at it.
You discard it, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyard.
Oh, it's graveyard hate.
So it's graveyard hate. Basically a uncounterable combat trick against Goyf.
Did you bring that in?
Yeah, I brought in 3 and I didn't see any of them.
You didn't see any of them?
Okay.
That sucks.
No. I brought in the first sideboard. I brought in 2 Relic of Progenitus, and then I was having mana issues, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to play this, so I'm just going to bring in the ones that don't cost mana. And that might be good.
Yeah, I think.
I brought in 3, and I didn't see them at all.
Yeah, I don't know if you need to bring in 3, but I would. That does make sense to me. Bringing in 2, bringing them out, bringing the pithing needle out. GT probably would have been really good for you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure of if I should have brought that in or not, but probably. I mean,
GT would have been good. You did bring in all 3 warping whales, right?
Huh? I brought in 3 at the first game, and I only had 2 dismembers, and then I thought they were kind of equally powerful, so I dropped 1 for an extra dismember in the second sideboard game.
Yeah, warping whale is important because its first mode kills off everything that isn't Goyf, and its second mode will stop my ponders, and my it stops a bunch of my draw spells. Yeah, my hymns.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, did you get rid of the lotus petals? I'm curious.
So, I didn't, because I thought being able to do a turn 2 Reality Smasher might be interesting, but in retrospect, I should have. And I should have kept the, I probably would have kept 1 Chalice, and I might have taken out 1 more Thorn of Amethyst to try out a Sphere of Resistance, which is just all spells cost 1 more.
My thought.
Have like a good mix.
My thought on the Lotus Petal. In the first game, Lotus Petal is probably really good for you because you can blow up on somebody and they won't be prepared for it. Whereas in the second and third game, with their sideboard tech, they can be more prepared for it. So with what you had, I probably would have gotten rid of both the Lotus Petals, probably 2 of the Thorn of Amethyst. What else? What else have I got rid of? Maybe 3 Thorn of Amethyst. And you could bring in the rest of the Warping Whales and the Dismember. And either 1 Pithing Needle. I probably wouldn't have brought in the extra Dismember. I probably would have brought in 1 Pithing Needle and 1 GT. 3 Warping Whale, 1 Pithing Needle, 1 GT. Yeah, maybe not. I mean,
that probably would have been good.
I mean, the fairy makes sense to bring in if you really needed to deal with Goyf, but the fairy is more there to help deal with a lot of the graveyard strategies.
Yeah, that's what it's definitely there for. But I thought bringing it in this situation, there was a point in the game where Goyf got to have 5 power and 6 toughness, and I couldn't do anything to stop that. So I wanted to bring those in, kind of broadcast that I had something, and just attack into your Goyfs. I mean, towards the later end of that game, I wouldn't have been able to anyway. I would have had to wait until you
Yeah, that third game you were kind of screwed by the fact I drew triple Tormagoyfs and you just didn't have ways to remove it, which, I mean, you can't plan to have to go up against triple Tormagoyf. That's just awkward.
Yeah.
The first game, if I recall, was just really tight. It was a pretty tight game, and I think it just ended up being you didn't draw enough lands fast enough to work with your hand.
No, most of the time I was having land issues.
Yeah, mana issues
most of the time,
pretty big issue for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I only saw Eye of Ugin once. You never had Orberg or Borg. City of Traders never showed, which may or may not have been a good thing for you. And there was a couple games where my mana base, this perpetually happened to me, where I was just like, well, I want to take a basic, but if he has a wasteland, and I just end up like crushed on my mana base here, so I need to have duels just to protect my mana base. Had you hit me with more wastelands, I probably would have been in more trouble in a lot of those games, especially because I was tied up on blue a lot. The deck has a lot of black sources, but not a lot of blue sources. That's probably because it plays a lot of double black cards, and the only double blue card is Jace. The deck at its core seems to be more of a black-green base deck, and it just kind of adds in blue because Brainstorm good. Overall, with my deck, I was pleasantly surprised. I kind of thought there was going to be a couple games where you just road-killed me. I think you actually just got disconnected out of the chat. I don't know why that killed out. Yeah, I'm just going to invite you back. I think you actually just killed the chat. Oh, your mic died. Okay, that's awkward. Alright, I think with that, I can just pretty much call it a night there. That was actually a pretty fun set. As you could see, him chatting up. It was a good set. I liked my deck overall. It was a shame I couldn't do very much with Leovold in this matchup. He's definitely more in there for the blue matchups. But the deck still did what it does. I drew way more cards than he wanted me to. The first game where I resolved the Hymn to Torak and he resolved double, Thought Not Seer was what I kind of expected the matchup to be more about, with both of us being on low resources and whoever could draw into their first major threats where it's going to win. Because this deck runs so many draw spells, that ended up being me most of the time, especially once I was able to deal with the Thought Not Seers. So I'm pretty happy with it. I might have to try this deck out more. I've always kind of been a Miracles guy for Legacy, but this deck looks pretty fun, despite the fact it also looks super expensive, and I have pretty much none of the cards for it. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm gonna time. Yeah, it's definitely okay without Leovold. If you look at a lot of the matches with Shardless Sultai, that's just an RNG card that works out half the time. It works out nicely. I'm going to call it a night from here. It was good playing with Talk for these sets, and I'll post up this pretty soon. See ya.